Hi guys, welcome back to the Smart Process channel. Today we're going to be showing you how to program the CT ratio on the SDM630MCT series. So this is going to apply for the SDM630MCT Mod Mid, MCT-E and any of them that have the 5 amp secondary. Hi guys, sorry, just forgot to mention that the meters that this setup and programming guide actually applies to is the SDM630 MCT Mod Mid or Modbus Mid, the SDM630 MCT-E and SDM630 MCT M-Bus Mid. So it actually only applies to these 3 meters because we have a few other different types of the SDM630 MCT series, such as the LoRaWAN or the millivolt, that are slightly different, so we'll make a separate video to touch on them. So if you come over to the meter now, you can see we've got the meter powered up just using the auxiliary supply, and we're gonna start by pressing and holding the E button for 3 seconds till it comes up with pass. We're gonna set the password to 1 using the M upwards arrow, press and hold E for 3 seconds, and then we'll get set address. So we're now into the settings menu. We're now going to use our P button to tap down through the settings till we get to CT2. That should be 5 if you're using a 5 amp secondary. Tap one more. CT rate. So the default setting is 0001. Now, depending on the CT that you're using and the CT rate, you would need to work out and do a little calculation here. So it'll be your primary divided by your secondary current, as long as that's 5 amp secondary. So for example, if we're using 100 to 5 amp CT, we'll do 100 divided by 5, which gives us 20. So this is what we're going to set the meter as. So if we press and hold the E button, that'll take us, that'll have the digit flash in there. Then if you tap the E button, it's going to let us move along digits. So tap once, that gets us to this 0. Put this to 2, tap one more time, and then we'll use the P button to change that to 0. So that's the rate that you would set if you're using 100 to 5 amp CT, and then you would press and hold the E button to lock that in, and you'll see a screen that comes up saying good. This means it's been set correctly, or it's been set as you've programmed it. If it comes up with error, then it probably means that the CT ratio has been set before, and therefore we'll need to go back into the meter using a reset code, which is what I'll show you on how to do now. So to come out of the settings menu on the meter, you have to press the escape button at the top there. Press that a couple of times, and then we're back into the parameters now. So if you press and hold the E button, and then use the password 3, 2, 6, 5. So, and then now we put the 3265 in. What we'll do is we'll press and hold both the UI and the E button at the same time. 3 seconds. And then you can now see we're back into the settings menu using that reset code. So this is if you've already set your CT ratio and you want to reset it, or if you're getting that error code, then you'll want to try put this in to see if that helps you. So then we'll do the same again, just use the P button to tap down to our CT rate, and then we'll press and hold E to go in there. And then again, we'll tap E to move along and change the relevant digits accordingly. So say for example you set your CT rate to 002020, which means you're using 100 to 5 amp CT, but really you made a mistake and actually you're using a 300 to 5 amp CT. So we would then need to do the calculation again, 300 divided by 5, which is 60. So we're going to tap along using the E button. We've already gone on into the meter with our reset code, so we're just going to change this one to 60. And then we'll press and hold E. Won't do it on this meter because it's a brand new meter and we don't want to set it. But if it was your meter and you was resetting it now, you've gone in with a reset code, you've pressed both the top and bottom buttons to enter the settings. You've now gone down to the CT rate to rechange it. All you need to do is press and hold E. That will lock it in and it should say good. If it says good, it's been successfully changed. If it says error, then you still haven't changed it. In that case, feel free to give us a call and we'll walk you through it and see if there's anything else we can do to help. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks in metering like this. It really supports us, and please get in touch with any questions or queries that you may have at www.smartprocess.co.uk.